Your task for today is to design a brochure and a video to promote either the new school site, which the Year 7s have been working on a project for the rest of the week, or for an introduction to secondary school. What this video is going to show you is it's going to show you how to create a brochure, and everyone in your group should be noting down key points in bullet points so that you have a clear list of instructions with what the different features of a brochure are and what you need to do. This PowerPoint that you're looking at right now and the video will both be uploaded to the Edmodo group for the transition day Year 6 to Year 7. Your teacher will give you a copy of this code. You should all join this code, and that means that you'll be in the group and you have access to all these different resources. So to start off with, a brochure has to have a page title which tells the reader what the text is all about. There's heading and subheadings as well. The main headings give sections of text their own title, and subheadings create even smaller sections of text with their own headings. So you have a main heading, then within it you have a related subheading. An opening statement or an introductory paragraph contains the most important information of the text. So in this case about the new school, what it's going to be like, or the most important information about secondary school. Diagrams or pictures is obviously used that can show the reader something more about what's been mentioned in the text. For example, some photographs of the school, or a photograph of the blueprints, or perhaps some pictures of pupils, everything like that. It may have a title, and it normally has a caption below it as well to show what the image shows. Bullet points. Some of the texts, for example, perhaps the subjects which you can study in secondary or for IGCSE, you might want to use bullet points to list them. We use bullet points quite simply to convey or to transmit information quickly and easily to our reader. These wouldn't be written in full sentences. You'd be writing bullet points now, for example, so that you know the different features of a magazine. A text box highlights a section of information within a box, and I'll show you that in a bit. A contents page can be quite useful as well, so that your reader knows what different topics are featured on each page. An index page is not essential, but you might want to have any important information or anything else like that. You might want to have it for an index at the back, which is quick for the reader to locate information that they might need. Again, it's not necessary for yours, but it is a feature that you can have. Okay, so what features could I include in my own information leaflet? So you'd want to have a page title, obviously headings and subheadings. So for example, you might have interviews with students as being a main heading, and then the subheadings for that might be interviews with teachers as well, interviews with students about the curriculum, interviews with students about, perhaps you might have a subsection on the extracurricular activities available and everything like that. Paragraphs should obviously have a main introductory paragraph about which part of the school it is, whether it be the new school or the secondary school. Diagrams, pictures or photographs or captions, bullet points and text boxes. As I said, you won't need to include a contents page or an index because a leaflet isn't as big as a book. And finally, this is what a leaflet would look like. So you have the page title, which would go up there, introductory paragraph, perhaps a picture on another page, picture caption and other text. On the left hand side you'd have your different paragraphs, a main heading there and a subheading there. Make sure that you have these different features written down. Every one of you should now be copying these bullet points onto your piece of paper so that you've got them clear. Remember, you can use Edmodo to log on to the transitionary day, Year 6, Year 7 transition day. Go into that group and you will find a copy of this PowerPoint as well as this video that you're watching right now, and also other resources as well that you can print if you need. Okay, I'm going to very quickly also talk you through this Prezi, which is also available within the Edmodo group as well. And this is just simply to give you a bit more instructions about how to structure your leaflet, what kind of things to do, who should do what, and everything else. So your task is to create a brochure and an accompanying video for either the new school or an introduction to secondary school. So for brochure writing, you need to decide, is your group going to do it on new school, or is it going to be more of an introduction to secondary school? Now the Year 7 pupils throughout the week have been creating blueprints and other plans for what they would like to see the new school looking like. So what I'd recommend you do is, after watching this video and making sure you all understand what you've got to do, is to have a look at the Year 7's work from earlier on in the week and decide, do you want to use these blueprints as the planning for your new brochure about the new school, or would you like to do a brand new video about what secondary school is like, and brochure as well? It's completely up to you. What you'll need to do is obviously use your notes from what you took on this video about brochure writing to help you write it. You can also again remember to look at Edmodo, the resources are all there, the PowerPoint and so on. Brainstorm what sections you're all going to do in your brochure. Very, very, very important. Do not have anybody sitting there doing nothing. Make sure everybody knows what they're doing and what they're going to be writing about. What you should then do is use the brochure templates, which your teacher will give you, to plan and draw what your brochures are going to look like. This should just be quite rough, and it's a double-sided brochure. Once this is done, begin writing your part for the brochure on paper. Perhaps if it's a new school, somebody might want to write about the cafeteria or a canteen that you'd be putting in. Perhaps somebody wants to talk about the new classrooms, what they're going to look like. If you're doing a brochure and video for secondary school, perhaps you want to talk about the different subjects that you can do, the different activities you can do, the extracurricular activities, the trips away, everything like this. Decide who's going to write what now. Now what you do is write your parts on paper and make sure that you're being careful with your spelling, punctuation, grammar and everything else like that. Once you've written it on paper, pass it to another member in your group and get them to proofread your writing to make sure that it all makes sense and it's understandable and well punctuated. The person will then give you that bit of paper back, and what you can do is you can now use a tablet or a laptop to start writing your section down. Once you've done this, what you will do is you will email it to the two people who are going to be creating the brochure on the computer. Two people in the group should use Microsoft Word and the template for brochure to start creating your own brochure. If not, I can give you a website which will help you do it as well. They'll be responsible for creating it online, using the template to make it look good and to transfer all the information from the rest of their group and their own writing into the brochure. As those two people are doing that, so maximum of 2 people per computer in the ICT room, what the other 2 people from the group of 4 will do is they'll begin to create their video. When it comes to creating the brochure on the computers, maximum 2 people per computer, and as I said, if you go to File and then click on New from Template, it will let you see it will create a brochure template for you, and then all you have to do is fill in the information from the rest of the group and your own writing into this brochure. Once you're finished, email it to me or your class teacher to get it printed off in colour. If you're making a video, as I say, I want you to plan it out first. Plan out what different things are going to be in your video. You might want to have interviews with teachers or pupils and get their thoughts on the school or on the new school. Excellent, but you must plan first. Everything in English as you go through Year 7, Year 8 and so on. You must plan first. You do nothing straight off for the first time and then make that finished. No, you must plan it out. So plan out what's going to be in your video. Plan out your interview questions. Make sure they're really good questions and they're not silly or they're not very basic. Make sure you're giving enough question for the person to respond to. As I say there, brainstorm what your video is going to be about, plan out your questions, and your video should be a mixture of information, of text, any writing with perfect expression, punctuation, grammar. Should have some photos that you can use the tablets to take, or a video as well. Now, any videos that you take on the tablets or photographs, if the tablets have got video making apps such as Animoto or Magisto or any others, then obviously please the best thing to do is to use that. If it does not, what you can do is you can email me the 5 video files from the tablet, or come and find me and I can do it. And then what I can do is get it downloaded to a computer, and you can use www.magistro.com to create your video. Come and see me if there's any problems with technology at all, and if you can't find me, ask a teacher to message me. Okay, this is your Edmodo code: 2 small t 7 small q b r. If you go log on to Edmodo and add that group, ask somebody to show you if you don't know how. Add to join that group, and you will be able to see all these resources and information on there. Now, you should all be looking to finish by 3:45 p.m. so that at that time you can show the rest of the class your brochures and your videos. Please ask your class teacher to print out the brochures for you, 4 per group, so that other people can see them. And again, if you're able to share your video, please do so with your class teacher so that they can put it up on the projector and everyone can see your video. Make sure that you have brainstormed and planned what the brochure is going to be like. Each person's had them corrected. The sections are typed up on a computer and then sent to those people making the brochure on Microsoft Word. Brainstorm what the video is going to be like, and then finally film the video. Any questions at all, ask your teacher or come and find and ask me. Please make sure you're speaking in English at all times, and there will be house points available for those with the best brochures.